Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your August tarot reading with Paula B Energy. So glad that you're here. Thank you for joining me. All right, let's have a quick little prayer, calling in our angels, guides, ascended masters, and all beings of light to guide us and bring in clear, concise messages for the highest good of everyone who listens to this video. Thank you and blessed be. Okay, Capricorn, your very first oracle card, for this is from the Divine Doors, says, a note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown when love is the focus, foundation, and goal. Blessed is the body, mind, and soul. And there is the doorway. All right, so love is the focus. I like it. And then your second from the Language of Flowers oracle is Sacred Lotus, and your message is detachment. Now, a lot of people don't understand what detachment means. In Buddhism, they talk a lot about detachment. Other Eastern philosophies, they talk a lot about detachment. And detachment is being able to remove your expectation of something, right? There's more to it, but it's that you might want something, have a goal, but being detached means that you're not so invested in the result that you experience devastation when you don't get it. Very interesting. Detachment is very interesting. It's a lot more complicated than that, so I advise you to kind of go into a deep dive, but I like both of those, love and detachment. Let's see how that plays out. Okay, your first three cards are going to be for the recent past. Now, if you're watching this in July, it'll be your current energy. And your very first card, Capricorn, is the Chariot. This is the card of success. It's a card of swift forward movement. We always see two beings that are pulling a chariot or a vehicle of some kind, often without reins. You see these horses have no controls on them at all. The charioteer is controlling them with his strength of will. And in order to know, in order to drive a team of horses, even if you've got reins on them, you got to know where you're going. So what's your destination, Capricorn? How are you going to get there? It looks like that you have a lot of different passions and drives and things that you're wanting to do. You've got the Five of Wands, but it's in the reverse position. So in its upright position, it looks like this. And what we see is five people who are, really seems like all of their actions are all going in different directions. They seem like they want to do something together, but they're not coordinated. They're not coordinated together. Their actions are not all going in the same place. So Wands is fire energy. This is the energy of action, passion, drive. It's also connection to spirit. When we see it in its reverse position, it looks even more catastrophic and crazy in there. It looks like they're trying to do something with that fire there, but they can't get all of those wands in position so that they can achieve that. So it looks like in this month, Capricorn, your recent past energy is that of having a lot of things that you're wanting to do, and you're taking actions toward them, but the actions are sort of scattered. And it is a stuck feeling. It's a stuck energy. Okay, then your next card, it's the Justice card, but this card is actually reversed. So I'm going to show you the card upright. Here we are in the upright position, and we see someone who has scales on a sword, and she appears to be looking into the water. So that's the sword of truth. The Justice card is about taking responsibility. Of course, that is what actual justice is about. It's about when the person faces the consequences for their actions, whatever those might be. You received this card in its reversed position. Very interesting, because what we see here is we're focused more on the reflection, right? And it looks like there is no balance because her scales are upside down. So I'm going to say that that stuck feeling that you're experiencing in the past energy position is really enabling you to feel kind of like you're not making any forward movement. You want the swift forward movement, but there seems to be some stuck energy that's happening that's keeping you from achieving it. And it's possible that you might not be facing up to some truths, maybe not taking personal responsibility, or because you're Capricorn, I'm going to say it's probably some people around you that aren't taking personal responsibility for their consequences to their actions. And that's causing you some difficulty in being able to achieve your goals. All right, but you can do it. With the Chariot, the key is really to know where you're going. All right, now, in your present energy for August, your very first card is the Seven of Swords. And this is a card of strategy. Swords is earth energy. It has to do with our mind, our mental processes, our logic, right? And it also has to do with how we communicate. And what we see here is someone who's apparently stealing these crow feathers. The crow is not very happy about it, obviously. And he's not taken all of them. He's only taken what he needs. So this month, Capricorn, it's going to be a month of you need to figure out your strategy. What are your systems? What are your things in place? What are the exact things that you're going to do in order to reach your goal and not be scattered? It starts in the mind. You got to think about it. You've got to be logical. All right, the second part of this puzzle is going to be the Three of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is earth energy. This is a card for you, Capricorn. You are earth energy. And this has to do with not only being grounded, but also working in tandem with others. Cooperation, coordination. This is working, each person doing what they're best at so that they can create something in the world, something beautiful. So your collaboration is going to be important this month. And it's not just, okay, so collaboration is not about going off by yourself. It is not about you doing everything because you're the best one for the job and you can do it the best way and you think you know that you can do it better than everybody else. That's not the point here. The point is that each person has something to bring to the table that makes the whole greater than the sum of its parts. So this applies not only in work, like your job or your career, but this also has to do with like your relationships. Each person is bringing a part of themselves to the relationships that's really valuable. A relationship is no relationship as one person is dominating all the time and the other person is in a lesser position. So analyze all the different facets of your life and see where can you collaborate in a greater way. All right, your next card for the present energy for August is the Ten of Swords reversed. Now, the Ten of Swords upright shows us an energy of ending. Typically, Ten of Swords indicates that we are seeing an end to anxiety, worry, troublesome thoughts. Swords, again, is air energy, and it has to do with our thoughts and mental processes and the way we communicate. This card is reversed, so we see those thoughts are kind of winging around her head there. I'm going to say that there is going to be an ending, but it's not the complete end. And I will say that this has to do, the message that I'm getting is that this ending has to do with not only the way you think about somebody, but your actual communications with them. You're cutting that off. You may communicate with them in the future, but for right now, you're taking a big break. Okay, in your energy that's coming towards you, and this will be towards middle to the end of the month of August, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card for you, Capricorn. You're very, very good at this. Continuing to master the thing that you are working at. That is what you do. That is what you excel at. The Eight of Pentacles is the card of apprenticeship. It is the card that says, I will continue to work on this thing until I perfect it. And that is what this person is doing. Typically, this card will show a craftsman working on, and he's making pentacles. And so he's working on each one and making sure that it's absolutely perfect. He gets better and better each time he makes one. So the idea behind here is not slavery, but mastery. Being able to get better with every iteration. Great card to have, by the way. All right, your next card in your future energy is the Five of Cups. Now, this looks like a card that's sad, and it is. She's finding some sorrow there. You see those cups that are spilled, but she's got a cup behind her. She still has good things. Cups is water energy. It has to do with our emotions, how we feel about things. And in this card, this is the card of It's okay to feel the sadness. It's not okay to stay there. And that's really the message, because she's got some cups. They're not all spilled. So not everything is horrible. She's just going through a time of feeling the sadness. Often, a lot of times people get stuck in the emotion and they don't understand that emotions are they're like water. That's why they're symbolized by water in tarot. They flow, they move. They're not stagnant. Even like a pond is not a stagnant body of water. It's going to move when the wind goes across it. It's going to move when an animal swims in it. It's going to move, at different times. When the rain falls, it's moving. So our emotions are constantly moving, and we need to learn to let them flow, experience them, and then release them. If we hold on and we say, I don't want to feel that, I don't want to feel that, it's so uncomfortable, we cause it actually to become stuck. And fives are stuck energy. Fives are energies of feeling stuck or incomplete or in turmoil of some kind. This person is stuck in their sorrow. Don't be stuck in your sorrow. If it is a relationship that you're having to cut off communication with, as we saw in the Ten of Swords, it's very possible that you're going to have some emotions over that. It might not happen right away either. It might take you a week or two or more to like fully process that and really come to the realization of, oh, I'm sad about that. And that's okay. Feel the grief. Understand that you're mourning the loss of what you thought you were going to have. And now you have to release that expectation. You have to detach. There's that detachment. You have to release that and recognize, what is it now? What do I have now? And really embrace the truth of that. That can be hard. It's not going to be a fun time, but you're strong and you can do it. Okay, in your challenges for the month, as if that wasn't enough of a challenge. Oh, wait, I've skipped. Hang on. So sorry. Your third future energy is the Queen of Cups. I like that. Okay, so what happens after we allow those emotions to flow? Well, here's the progression. You went from the Five of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Look at her. She is in control. She knows how to feel the emotions. She can show her emotions. She's not afraid to do so. She can feel them, and she knows that they are not going to overwhelm her. She's in charge. She leads from her heart. She lets her heart tell her what feels right for her to do, and then she does it. I like that. I'm so glad I didn't skip that card. All right, now, challenges. Okay, here we go. Page of Cups, except for this card was reversed. So I'm going to show you it upright. So here's the Page of Cups. This is an interesting card. Now, pages are always messengers. We've got cups, water energy. So this is the energy of emotion. And I have yet to decide on this card if those are his feet that are above him or if it's somebody else that's floating up there. I don't really know. I suspect it's his own feet. And anyway, you received this card reversed. Now, in its upright position, the Page of Cups is a message of love, right? In its reversed position, and this is kind of crazy looking, like it's like the feet are stomping on his head almost. I'm going to say that it's probably not a message of love. Your challenge is, how are you taking care of yourself? Like I'm going to say those are his feet, and he looks like he's walking on himself. Are you walking on yourself, Capricorn? That's not very nice. Treat yourself nice. You don't need to be perfect. You might be really good at perfecting your work, but it is not necessary for you to have perfection in every area of your life, although I know you want that. Okay, be kind to yourself. There's your first challenge. Your second challenge, Knight of Cups. You got lots of cups energy this month, Capricorn. I'm going to say probably you're having to deal with the feels. Now, your Knight of Cups was actually reversed. So the Knight of Cups, that's the most romantic knight in tarot. And you can see, look at him. He's the knight on the white horse. Look at that. And he's got the roses, and it looks like there's a picnic, and oh my, it's the romance, right? But you got the card reversed. So I'm going to say your challenge this month is you're missing a little romance. You're missing a little self-care. You're missing a little love this month. And perhaps it's love you're not showing to yourself. But also, are you embracing that Queen of Cups energy? Are you showing love to others in your life? And Capricorn usually has a tendency to show love through actions, not words. And that's okay. But sometimes the people in our lives need to hear it too. It's not just enough to show it. Everybody's love languages are different, aren't they? So your challenge this month is, how are you showing love to yourself and others? Okay. Now, your third challenge this month is the 9 of Pentacles. And you're like, wow, how is that a challenge? Look, she's got everything she possibly needs. 9 of Pentacles, again, more earth energy. You've got a lot of water and a lot of pentacles this month, Capricorn. 9 of Pentacles is the card of self-sufficiency. It's the card of, yep, you have all the resources that you need. You can take care of yourself. You can make the money. You can do the things, right? However, as a challenge card, this is a card of being self-absorbed, of thinking that you don't need anybody else in your life. Is that a really balanced way to view things? Is that going to bring you love, for instance? No, it's not. It's okay to be self-sufficient. In fact, that's a great thing. You're reliant on yourself. But that doesn't mean that you don't need other people. And it ties into that telling people how you feel about them, showing them your love and kindness and compassion. That's really, really important. Now, your blessing card. Your first blessing card is the Hermit. Now take a look at this one. Now we see this like pathway, and then this person is literally floating at the top of the mountain. But take a look. It's not an old crotchety old man who doesn't like people, who's going off the top of the mountain to be by themselves. That's not what the Hermit card is about. The Hermit card is about going within. This is doing like hard work, because you go within yourself to see, what is my light? And how am I supposed to shine that in the world? See that light? The Hermit carries the light with them in a lantern. And then when they go to be by themselves and they are looking within themselves to find their true self, that's when they see what their light is. And then they are able to know how to shine that out into the world. This is a huge blessing, because if you know yourself and you know who your true self is and how and why you can shine that out into the world, now you are living your purpose. I love that. Okay. Now, your next blessing card is 8 of Cups. This is detachment right here. This is a visible demonstration of what detachment is, because 8 of Cups usually shows us 8 different cups that the person is walking away from. And those cups, remember, it's water, it's emotions. And those cups don't just represent like bad emotional situations, but they also represent good memories, good emotional situations, good experiences that you had. But you're walking away. Why? Why is the person walking away? Well, they're walking away because they're not emotionally fulfilled by those things. They need more. They need more emotional fulfillment. Sometimes this card will come up when we are literally emotionally walking away from somebody. And I really, honestly, after the detachment card, the 10 of Swords card, your Page of Cups reversed, and the Hermit, I really think that many of you are in a situation where you are having to emotionally detach from someone or something, some situation that has not been going the way that you feel it needs to go, or the way that emotionally fulfills you, and you are walking away from it. Some of you will physically be walking away from it. Some of you will just be taking a break, and some of you will just be emotionally detaching. The person might still be in your life, but you're going to pull your emotions back from that, and you're not going to get invested emotionally in the drama any longer. Okay, and then your final blessing card, I think that's a blessing, by the way, because when we get that detachment, then we're no longer in that turmoil. Your final blessing card is the Fool. The Fool card is a card of new adventure. It's a card of stepping out in faith. It is definitely a card that signifies a brand new beginning. And that is a wonderful thing. I think this is I always love this card. It makes me feel happy and carefree, which is the feeling of the Fool. So what a wonderful blessing. Now, your energy underlying the entire reading, the card that was on the bottom of the deck, is the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords is all about, again, our mental processes, the way we think, and the way we communicate. And when the Ace comes out, this is a card of truth, seeing the truth of something. This makes a whole lot of sense because as the card at the bottom of the deck, it is the energy that underlies the entire reading. And I really feel what's happening for you this month, Capricorn, is suddenly you're able to see the truth of a particular situation, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a situation at work, whatever it is, you are able to see the truth of it. And when you do, it clears up the confusion. It helps you be more strategic. It helps you to walk away from situations that no longer serve you and really don't help you. It helps you detach from the emotions and the drama of it so that you can continue to shine your light and to live your purpose that you're here to do. I think it's going to be a really good month for you. It may feel, and notice I'm emphasizing the word feel, may feel tumultuous, but what's happening here is big healing, and that's really necessary for you. All right, your final oracle card is from the Whispers of Healing Oracle, and the card that you have is Ruminate. See if I can get it up there without glare on it. It's a shiny card. Take note of how you take on the energy around you. Do you tend to immerse yourself in unconstructive energy? Are you taking responsibility for a situation that really has nothing to do with you? Do you hold yourself in reproach for circumstances you have no control over? This might include feeling somehow responsible for inclement weather or someone else's bad mood. It makes no sense, yet you feel you played a role in it. Are you spending an unwarranted amount of time thinking about other people's situations? Self-examination is one way of identifying whether you are engaged in negative thinking. A flautist plays as her thoughts encircle her. This card depicts the thoughts and situations that are crowding your psyche. The people reflect the drama you have allowed yourself to become absorbed in. The green above and behind the flautist's head denotes an ability to heal your thoughts. The birds, stars, and flowers portray growth, healing, love, blessings, and connection to self. If you are overthinking something, find a distraction to help you move forward. Music is a wonderful way to quiet your mind. All right, and ruminate also is what the Hermit is doing. So I think that card fits in perfectly with your whole reading. It looks like you're going to have some emotional work to accomplish this month, Capricorn. But I think when you come out the other side of it, you are going to feel the relief and a release of stress. And I hope that that is what happens for you for this month. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if so, please like and share so that other people can find us. And thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful month. Bye.